What's good, Green Screen Entertainment fans? Your boy Jay Green is back. This week, I'm bringing you my review for Roman J. Israel, Esquire. Now, this movie stars Denzel Washington, Carmen Hago, and Colin Farrell, and it was also directed by Dan Gilroy. And he hasn't directed a movie since 2014's Nightcrawler. Now, if you haven't seen Nightcrawler, you need to do yourself a favor and check it out because it is a phenomenal film. Now, based on the trailers for this movie, I thought I knew where it was going to be going. It seemed to me like Denzel Washington's character was going to be working a case. He did something in the case, got the attention of some other people. They start trying to holler at him, and then we got a little bit of action. Maybe we have some suspense and some thrills. This movie is actually more like Nightcrawler, just a different setting and scenario. It's a character study. We're seeing this guy who has very idealistic views, if you will, about activism and the justice system and right and wrong, morals and values, all that type of stuff. And he holds so strong to these convictions that he's kind of alienated real friends, any family that he has, and an understanding of how to interact or communicate with anybody other than himself. And because of his constant attitude and behavior, he makes a big fat mistake that gets him into some serious trouble. But even though he's in trouble, this mistake actually presents an opportunity for him to come up, if you will. But the movie lets us know real quick that just because you have an opportunity to come up doesn't always mean that that opportunity is right. So now he has a choice to make. Now, off the top, I'm going to tell you guys like this. Everyone in this movie was a phenomenal actor. Colin Farrell did a great job. Carmen did a great job. Whether it be a main character or an ancillary character, everyone brought their A game for sure. So all the acting is great, and it helps push that story along. You are buying into it. I'm going to give props to Denzel Washington for his powerful performance of a character that Dan Gilroy wrote for you not to like. At least that's how I'm going to take it, because everything about this guy is annoying and irritating. The way that he deals with people it gets under my skin. I'm like, dude, I understand you got your heart in the right spot, but do you know that you're being a dick about it? Denzel Washington plays this guy so well that you are not rooting for him for the better part of the film, but then when certain situations happen, you feel sorry for him and you're hoping that he's actually going to be able to climb his way out of this hole he's dug himself in. Another aspect of this film that I really enjoyed was putting a character on screen that has a certain idea of what morals and values are, what right and wrong is. I mean, he's a lawyer, right? And then giving him an opportunity to do something that maybe isn't the right thing, and watching how that changes his mind, how that changes his heart, how that changes his interactions with other people. That is a nice thing to see, because in some places in this country, you are stuck in a rat race. I live in San Jose, California, and it is very expensive to live here. So some people get so caught up in work that they don't really care about the simple things in life. Family, friends, going out, having a good time, chilling. And when he has an opportunity to kind of do some of these things, you see it like as if he's never experienced these things before. He's never experienced the sunlight in a way. He's never experienced the beach or treating himself to a nice meal. And it's really interesting to see a person step out of their comfort zone, maybe for the wrong reasons, but to experience that and then kind of get caught up in a different style of life that they never thought they would get caught up in. There's not a lot of actors that can portray that, and Denzel Washington did a phenomenal job. I really enjoyed the interaction that Denzel Washington had with Colin Farrell's character. Colin Farrell is basically kind of the head of this law firm and gives Denzel Washington an opportunity to work there and to do some things, but of course Denzel keeps messing some things up. But in that interaction, I'm expecting as an audience member, all right, we got the stereotypical lawyer who's in charge of the law firm. This guy's going to be a douche, and he's going to be the bad guy that, you know, our guys got to fight up against. But it's kind of the other way around. Colin Farrell's character, he's a cool dude. Yes, he did get caught up in the rat race. He is the guy who's all about that spread and making that paper. But because of the way that Denzel first interacts with him before this opportunity comes his way, he starts to change his heart and his mind. And that is really nice to see, that people can change in one regard or another. You're not going to change everything about a person, that's for damn sure. But if you started out doing something for whatever reason you were doing it, hopefully it's good, and maybe you got jaded by what your job was, it is possible to hopefully come back to the real reason you started that job in the first place. And that is a positive aspect of this film that I really enjoyed. Now, usually I'm a guy that doesn't mind a long movie because I feel the longer it is, Most of the time, it's more development, it's a little bit better. That's just in my experiences. However, I have been proven wrong. In this movie, it's 2 hours and 9 minutes. I was basically annoyed with Denzel Washington's character the first 2 acts of this film, so it seemed like it really drug on to me. There was certain things that would happen that he was interacting with that I'm like, okay, well, where's that gonna go? So I'm expecting, something happens over here. You're gonna take a little bit of time, that's fine. Breathe it out, but then nothing ends up happening from this over here. So I'm kind of like, well, what was the point? He develops this relationship with Carmen's character, but at the same time, it doesn't really go anywhere. There's nothing really insightful that her character has to do with him. There's nothing that she says that brings him to any type of realization, at least none that they showed us on screen. So I kind of feel like that was a wasted opportunity or a wasted relationship in this 2 hour and 9 minute movie. I didn't mind seeing her on screen. She was great acting, but she didn't really add anything to the film. So I felt like in the beginning, first 2 acts, there was definitely some stuff they could have shaved off. Towards the end, when this whole situation that he gets himself into jumps off, it does kind of pick up a little bit. So that was nice. Look, guys, in the end of the day, I thought this movie was good, but not good enough to send you out to the movie theater to see. If you are a fan of a movie that is a lot more quiet, character study swag, and something that makes you question your own morals and values and what you would do in a certain situation or scenario, this might be the one for you. But I was a little bit misled by the trailers, kind of turned me off, and in the end of the day, the movie was not fully fleshed out in a lot of scenes, and it was kind of blah to me. Other than that, I hope I gave you guys enough insight into what this is all about so you can make a better decision when going to the movie theater this weekend. Do me a favor while I have you here, like, subscribe. Your boy, I'm out.